Hey gamers, hello, hello, hello. Howdy folks, how we all doing this fine afternoon or evening or morning, wherever you may be in the world. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing good. We got a little bit of an earlier stream. Not crazy early, but earlier than usual. You love to see it, love to see it. Very, very rare. But yeah, hopefully we're gonna finish this episode today. Apollo Justice Trilogy. Let's hop into it. I did have to leave abruptly. Yes, yeah, that's where we were. We were in the middle of picking whether we wanted to talk to Vera or talk to Vera later. Let's talk to Vera. Mr. Misham, I have a request. Let me guess, you'd like to speak with my daughter. Can I? My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so, actually. With only one exception. Which was, oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. Weird. It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort. Children can laugh? Please, let me speak with her. All right. There she is. Little baby Vera. Uh-oh. This could be tough. Before we do that, we didn't really get a chance to, examine much. What's this painting here? Ah, that's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be a good business. As a father, I'd like to be able to put food on my daughter's table. Not a feeling I know anything about. At least not yet. But you will, Phoenix. Oh, you will. Paints are scattered all around. Probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is anything compared to my office. I guess that would make my office a masterpiece. Oh, Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix Wright, how I've missed your narration. Oh, going home by any chance? No. I was just checking out the door. Oh. Hello. Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. Ooh. Oh. Okay. I see what's going on here. Maybe I'll just sidle on over here for a closer look. Oh, there's the stamp! Let's steal it and change the future. That's an awfully small frame. What's that inside it? A stamp? Please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. Look at that. Interesting. That's Zach and Valent, the Grimoires, right? Isn't it? Huh. So So initially, it looks like Trucy had her father's colors, but her mother's outfit. And now it looks like she's fully adapted into her mother's color and outfit. And I think that's really cute. Wow, Druzy Cattle. The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, when the Gramarys were at the height of their popularity. Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV, until the end. Let's see. That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it. Commemorative stamp added to the court record. Interesting. That's an... oh. There's a commemorative stamp with the Gramarys inside. This is you and Vera? Yes, so we took that one quite recently. Oh, I know I'm a painter. Why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately. Nah, alright. Shouldn't you practice? Now this is why I came over here. This looks a bit familiar, doesn't it? It looks just a tad familiar. It's like I've seen it somewhere before. Ariadone? I've heard of that brand. And it's supposed to be the brand symbol. It's supposed to be some kind of flower. Wait, no. Maybe it's a hand? Wait, on second thought, is that an eagle? No, I'm sure it has no bearing on the story. It's just coincidence. Who makes these things up anyway? You'd think they'd try for a clearer symbol at least. That's a pretty bottle. Oh, don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. Oh, does it now? She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often. There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing? You guess, Phoenix, you guess. What's this red envelope? Ah, don't touch that. That's, it's quite important. Painter's face just changed hues. Guess I'd better behave. Though it is tempting to just grab it. There are some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really. I'll sell you one for 50 cents. That's so depressing. That's okay. They look kind of heavy. Oh. Phoenix, just buy one! Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. That was just depressing. This painter hasn't showered a day in his life. He's been covered with the same paint and wearing the clothes for God knows how long. You use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate. Those aren't for painting. They're for analyzing. Paint composition, age, every conceivable angle. Tools of the forgery trade, I guess. Interesting. Let's talk to Vera now. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say do re mi. Can't find them anywhere. I'm no good at this. I need something to get through to this girl. Okay, he just does the same thing. The nail polish? What do you think about this? I think I just made her nervous. I need something to grab her attention. But what? The stamp? There we go. And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking? Can I have it? Love the frame. Great magicians, aren't they? Can I have it? She's not gonna let you have it. Love the frame. Great magicians, aren't they? Opens conversation. There we go. Isn't Troop Gramarye amazing? Oh. Yes? Oh. Oh, was that the wrong answer? I especially like those two, Zach and Valent. I mean, they're, just so magical. Aren't they? Aren't they? Oh. We've unlocked her special interest. Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know? Me too. Aww, she's so cute. Me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic. Yeah. All right, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start. I went and I saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Gramarye Museum of Magic. The Gramarye Museum? They have one of those? I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows? Just once when I was little, with Father. The Gramarye's on stage, it was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together, they do it all. Yeah. Maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this? You know, about Zach and Valent, maybe? Oh, well, sure. All right. Better get asking before she changes her mind. Vera, the forgery's Troop Gramarye stamp. I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here. Why don't you like the outside? There's bad people out there. Ooh. Well, true, but there are a lot of good people, too. Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once. Oh my god. Kidnapped? Since then, she's been... Well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Gramarye Museum. With you, in fact. Yes, actually. She was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me. That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? For when I absolutely had to go outside. Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it is. Father, I told you to keep that a secret. From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things? I really like painting a lot. Father is always very happy when I paint them exactly the same. Oh, Vera. So you did this too? Oh yes, that was my first job. Your first? All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw, but this was totally different. The pen slips and the way the writer held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer. Oh my goodness. She seems happy. Odd. Her work was the last nail in the Gramarye coffin. I guess no one told her. Aww. They're the best in the world! Huh? Oh, you mean Troop Gramarye? Of course. Father gave it to me. Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it. I guess I just took it, yeah. Took it? Father got a letter from that person. That person? You mean that letter was from the client? Oh, we talked about the Gramarye's forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it. They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. Commemorative stamp updating the court record sent from the real client. Okay, the client. So, you met the person that asked you to do this job, and you talked with them, What's this about a good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
Huh?
If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Oh, come on. Right. Time to do some psyche unlocking. Alright, let's see if we can get her. Let's see if we can get her. You seem to trust this client quite a lot, in fact. Is the good luck charm what poisoned her? I was just wondering and thinking that. I'm wondering if there was like some poison in the nail polish. Because she kept doing her nails on the stand and stuff. So I'm wondering if like it got her. And I'm wondering, obviously the good luck charm's gotta be the nail polish, right? There's no way it isn't. Because they gave you this stamp.
No, that's not why. They listened to me. To my problem.
The problem that keeps her inside all the time?
Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm.
A good luck charm that your client gave you. I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. I did. I just solved this. I just solved this a few seconds ago. Is this your good luck charm? It's gotta be the nail polish, right? Yeah. This was what they gave you, wasn't it? The same bottle's over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right?
I heard once, cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power.
Of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting anymore on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job. Was this the client? Apollo Justice. Technically, he shouldn't even be here in this, like, little group of people, because we are in the past right now, and we have not met. Also, Apollo Justice, age 15. My baby boy. My sweet baby boy. He is so little. How old is everyone in the past? Kristoff's 25. Zach's 40. Trucy's 8. Valent's 37. Drew's 45. He's dead. Dallasa's 33. Meekins is 24. Ugh. Spark Brushel is 29. And Veramishem's 12. But little baby Apollo. Anyway, it was totally Kristoff, right? This man is a friend of mine. Know him? Yep. Yep. His name is Kristoff Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually. I promised. I promised not to tell. Oh. Well. I'm sorry. I can't talk about the client, I promised. Plot twist, Phoenix has been following Apollo his entire life and has been telling other people around him to tell Apollo to become a lawyer. It's his destiny. You don't understand. This child must become a lawyer. It is his destiny. He really fell from grace.
And if I break my promise, the spell won't work.
I don't need a name anymore. I've got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then.
I think they might be the devil.
Okay. What?
Or maybe an angel?
What do you mean?
I saw it. Or I think I saw it when they gave me this.
Apollo leaves the womb. Ah, yes, this child has the gift.
I saw the devil's face.
Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's?
No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile.
So where'd you see this devil then?
It was so quick. I don't remember well. But that's when I knew That person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm.
Interesting. That's actually really interesting. Wonder what she means by all that. I'm not sure what this devil she saw was, but it's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now. I am sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Gramarye. Ooh.
Did I do something bad?
What makes you think that?
Your eyes. They're sad. Very sad.
Aww. Aww. I'll put on my smile next time I come. Promise. Aww. Hope to see you smile then too, Vera.
Oh, okay.
Aww. Take care. He's so good with kids. What the heck? Thinking back on my first encounter with the young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. Ooh. Interesting. I can't believe we haven't even gone to the detention center yet. It's like the top one and I haven't gone yet. No wonder he became a dad. Phoenix Wright is such a father. Oh, Valent. That's not who I expected to show up. But I guess it makes sense. What strange sight doth mine eyes behold? Excuse me? Two men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's no proof that I forged anything. No proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano and a cold little hole in the wall. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnifi Gramarye, for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valent or his partner Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm gonna get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. Just for fun. I wanna hit that. Smile, you're on candid camera. I just had to say it. Old habits die hard. Maybe I should do a few tricks for the viewers at home. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yeah, he made my attorney's badge disappear, and he never even touched it. That's awesome. That's a good line. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? Zach Gramarye killed Magnifi. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage. And the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valent, and also... Yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. Valent Gramarye has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valent. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnifi's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Zach Gramarye followed them. Interesting. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnifi had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know? know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets. Yep. Alright. Saw this come. Oh no! Maybe it's a good idea I didn't come here first. We'll try it. Don't think we're gonna get it, but we'll try it. See how far we can get. I didn't think it would be that easy. That's a heavy secret. Uh-oh. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. Oh, that's it. Alright. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's see how far we can get. Oh, goodness. Janes. The trick up his sleeve. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, that's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess it was a matter of life. Or death. Care to explain? Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. I mean, you used pistols with real bullets, for one. That's pretty dangerous, I would say. Why, that's one of ours. Specially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet, one shot. What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers. I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valent. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Zack and Valent's quick draw shoot 'em. How long has it been since those shots were last heard? Was the shoot 'em cancelled because someone might get hurt? Of course. What other reason could there be? Well, it could have been cancelled because someone had already been hurt. Oh, it's so Trucy's mom, yeah. Fascinating. My Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol? Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage? The performance of magic is not concerned with what-ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot? Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so that the show might go on. And this shows who it was. Gotta be... It's gotta be Trucy's mom, right? But that's Zack Gramarie's wife and Trucy's mother. Thalissa, I believe, was her name? Ah, Alakazar! But how can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets? Still in denial mode, eh? Thalissa was at the greatest risk of being shot, and this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. Ooh, I don't know if we got this one. Is it because she was a part of the troupe? Troupe Gramarie's performances were very, very popular. So popular they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame. We were not merely the latest craze. We were an age. A golden age. It's all here on this stamp. There's Thalissa, yes? Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her? I don't know! Interesting. Part of his memory is still locked up. There is one thing you're failing to address. What's that? As you say, our troop was a world unto itself. If our leader Magnifi was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But Mr. Wright, then he would have hid a crime, making him an accomplice. Not a great foundation for blackmail. Valent's got a point. If one of those troop members died in an accident and Magnifi covered it up, his innocence would come into question. Found the right address, Mr. Wright? I'm so close. There has to be something about how Thalus's death could affect Zack and Valent's relationship with Magnifi. Okay, is it because it's his daughter? I see in your eyes. You still have something to say. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? I'll prove why Thalus's accident tied your hands so completely. With a person! I'm gonna take a little knowledge of the players to correct. It's gonna take a little knowledge of the players to correct this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands, and this information proves why Magnifi held so much power over you. And the answer is Apollo Justice, age 15. Have you heard of him? It wasn't a question of who shot Thalusa. Thalusa herself was the problem. What do you mean? She was Zack Gremory's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnifi Gremory's only daughter. Ugh. There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnifi's power over you, I don't know what was. It was an accident! Tell me about it. There's no proof, none at all! But Thalusa went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. Doesn't take a genius to put one and one together. Ours was a complex family. You mean Troop Gremory? The master, Magnifi Gremory, his only daughter, and his two disciples. That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Do not be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident, but that is all it was. An accident. Zack and Valent's tour de force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly straight toward that beautiful body on stage. And then crash, zing, pow! Into everything but her. Now that is magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick, with a new twist. And tragedy. Oh. But as for whose bullets stole Thalus's life, we shall never know the answer. Thalusa disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft of his wife. Trucy lost her mother, and Magnifi, his daughter. And that led to blackmail, I take it? It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls. Interesting. Why did Magnifi Gremory try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died. All I can say is, it was a critical time for Troop Gremory. Oh, he definitely knew his daughter was alive and used that as blackmail? Oh, 100%. A passing of the torch from Magnifi to Zack and Valent. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. Thalus's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zack, found we could no longer oppose Magnifi's wishes. Magnifi forced us to perform his art for his benefit. I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do you not find cowardice in his actions? Huh? To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing, but then to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads? Things were dark behind the scenes in Troop Gramarys, that's for sure. What's the haps? Well, Matt, we found out that these guys, Zach and Valent here, accidentally killed Thalissa. No. In a stage act. And that's why Magnifi held blackmail over their heads. Thalissa died? Allegedly. Does Trucy know? She was not told, naturally. Who would want to know that their father might have taken their mother's life? True. I had not thought of that accident for a very long time. Sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot. Not to find Magnifi's slayer, I should think. True. After that accident, there was one who came sniffing quite persistently. A reporter? He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking about the dressing room doing his research. Would you happen to know his name? What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. Is it Sparkbrushel? But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zach. I liked him not. I see. His name? I do not recall, but his scent, the cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often. I see. Thanks for your help. Not gonna lie, there's so many reasons I feel why someone would kill the old man. It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds. I'm sorry. I had begun to notice a dark curtain hanging over Troop Grammarye, and I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. I just think the fact he wore that corny hat in the hospital is good enough reason. Real. The reporter he mentioned, the newsman, I never learned who that was at the time. Though I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile and that sickly sweet smell of mint. The last floss-thin thread connecting Zach Grammarye to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down. Interesting. Alright, we finished the past. Let's hop over back to the Drew's Studio and Sunshine Coliseum. Let's go to Drew's Studio. Present day Drew's Studio. Oh, well, what do we have here? Remember me? Of course I remember you. Journalist meets ex-attorney in bar, end quote. Can I ask what you're doing here? Mr. Misham was poisoned and his daughters... Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how I know, yes. It caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he'd tracked down case just a little quicker, end quote. Were you on the trail of this case the whole time? It impresses me so much how Phoenix was able to do all this setting up. Nearly makes me think Phoenix killed Mr. Misham himself. Phoenix? Is that gonna be the revelation? Zach Grammarye was a good friend. Zach said something to that effect back at the Borscht Bowl Club. What a character, what a man! If a little, no. A lot, no. Extremely rough around the edges. Do you think I could ask you a few questions? Oh! Are you serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, not the interviewee. Journalists ask questions, not other way around, end quote. If that happened, I'd actually go feral. Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately. Alright. Family of forgers. It was tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter. Forgery is a serious crime and they paid the price. You know what really did them in, though, don't you? Yeah, a forged diary page. That night I interviewed him. I found out something about Mr. Misham I hadn't known. What's that? You know, he always felt like he was being watched. Every day for 7 years. Walls have ears, potatoes have eyes, end quote. Being watched? You mean he felt guilty? No, I'm not talking about feelings here. You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. Journalist gets tingling sensation on back of net, freaks out. End quote. Because you felt guilty? Why would I feel guilty? You felt like you were being watched, huh? Wonder what it all means. Ooh, paranoia. Drew Misham felt like he was being watched? And you along with him? You sure it wasn't just nerves? Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too, journalist. Sure, he is being watched. End quote. Is Kristoff still super suspicious? 100%. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramarye got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? He completely vanishes from the courtroom. Then for 7 years he talks to no one, not a soul. Then just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this made. Okay, good. And then he dies. Starting to put the pieces together, are we? And you were being watched this whole time? Maybe not just me, maybe you were too. Me? I met Zach through that case actually. You mean the shooting of Magnifi Gramarye? No, before that! It's not widely known. You mean the accident? During the quick draw shoot-'em practice? My, you're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug quite the scoop. And I wanted it all. Money, fame, women, a little puppy, all for me. I was younger then, and my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now. Valent Gramarye did mention one particularly nosy reporter. In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnifi Gramarye at the time. I knew his daughter too, of course. Thalissa, was it? This guy's goals are low-key relatable. Really? Then Thalissa disappeared. Quite suddenly at that. Money, fame, women, and a little puppy. What more could a guy ask for? And Magnifi wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me. Journalist catches scent of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy, end quote. I set up a one-on-one interview with Thalyssa's husband, see? One's for life, and then it's not the women. Zach Gramarye. Something strange was in the air at Troop Gramarye in those days. The whole screwy mentor-controlling disciple scene started by then, I guessing. Thalissa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you could tell me, off the record. Sorry, I don't know. Anyway, I kept prying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice or 5 times. But over time, he came to see me as his confidant. He's been waiting this whole time. 7 years, eh? Waiting? For his big comeback, of course. A big revival of the Magnifi miracle. Of course, it was all a dream. Because of this. The performance rights. Confidant persona reference. In the absence of any official documents, he was golden. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zach and Valent? So Valent waited until Zach died, legally at least. The time finally comes and Valent's like a kid on Christmas morning. He's getting ready for his show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know. If that document sees the legal light of day, it's going to put a bit of a damper on the big show. He's a sorry one, that Valent Gramarye. Lost out to his partner at work. And in love, too. Oh, he liked Thalissa. Love? It's the same old story, really. Oh. 2 disciples and their mentor's only daughter. What has 3 sides and all of them pointy? A love triangle. Oh, goodness. Oh, oh, dear. Oh, snap. That is pretty classic. When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. One with an entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstabbing. In the middle of all this, Thalissa has Trucy. And then she dies. I need to find out more about this Thalissa. Alright, do we show him the locket? That's high-key cliche as hell, to be fair. Mr. Brushel, do you know this person? Do I know that person? Of course. I was friends with Zach after all. He hit me a few times, 5 times actually. But still, I'd never forget his wife. Thalissa Gramarye. Magnifi Gramarye's only daughter. Do you think you could tell me more about her? Well, why the heck not? Good, I want to know more. So Thalissa married Zach and had Trucy, see? It was her second marriage, actually. Ooh, interesting. She had a previous marriage? You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before. Not quite. Her late husband was a performer too. Apparently he died during some gig. Interesting. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year. I didn't know. Ah, but she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know. Huh. Okay. No, wait, can we go back to that photo for a second? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There were some things I want to talk about in that photo. I've known Trucy since she was a little thing, too. She got the better deal, really. She's got you for family, after all. He carries one around. That is creepy. What do you mean? Just reminiscing, you know. Okay. Thalissa has another child besides Trucy. End quote. What? But Trucy said she was the only child. Ah, yes. This one she had with her previous husband. Her previous husband? Her first husband who died during a performance? Yep, they had themselves a kid. Another orphan now. That's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now. Quite the lore drop. Thalissa had another child? Do you think I could borrow that photo? Please, I want to take another look at it. Sure. I could be generous on occasion, you know. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. I won't need this locket anymore. Yeah, okay. Let me look at this. Yeah, okay. So I am seeing things, right? Okay. We seeing this? We seeing this, folks? Are we seeing the same thing? We seeing her bracelets, gamers? I think Trucy has the earring. Interesting. Very interesting, gamers. Better return it to Trucy before I forget. People and events all get tangled together and get biggerer and biggerer, don't you think? I was too busy wondering about biggerer to listen to what you were saying. Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it at all, I think. Maybe so, but still. How did Phoenix genuinely find the perfect case to just dump Apollo and Clavier in? He defo did it. He's like, well, somebody's gotta solve this 7-year-long case. Time to murder this guy to set it all up. I have to do what I can. And I have to tell what I find to those who come next. Next, you say? I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. Apparently, that's not my role anymore. Magnifi. I was just wondering what Magnifi would think of all this. What do you mean? Haven't you seen it in Trucy? She's got his power. You mean how I can't lie to Trucy? It was the same with Magnifi, and with his daughter, Thalissa. Strange thing, you think it's some Gramarye gene? Magnifi told me once, back when Zach married Thalissa. He said Zach had good eyes, but not good like a Gramarye's eyes, not that good. I wonder if Zach ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the Gramarye secret was? Maybe nobody, now that Zach's gone. Zach Gramarye. plot had finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Gramarye fabric and grew, swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the Gramarye's power. The power which passed from Magnifi Gramarye to Thalassa to the next generation. Interesting. And I would once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together. Interesting. Well, this is a blast from the distant past. What? Captain Sparkles just quit? What? Are you serious? Are you being for real? I don't know if he did, but I just got a note from him saying that's all, folks. What? Thumbnail is just a picture of him. Are you kidding me? I'm reading the description. Okay, he didn't quit. He just quit Minecraft, it looks like. It looks like he just quit Minecraft. Judging by the description. We should be okay. That was scary. Still sad, but you know, less scary than him completely leaving. Oh my goodness. Sorry, gang, for the shock. Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valent. 7 years has it been. Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there's something I want to ask you. I've spoken to the press. I've nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. But then I realized I needed to hear it from you. I have walked a difficult road these past 7 years. Because you couldn't perform Magnifi's repertoire? Do not be deceived! Valent's skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand-me-downs. No, it was my partner who showed me on my way. Zach Gramarye. His rather well-performed disappearing act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Zach Gramarye murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crimes. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if it were only yesterday. Yet that was not the way of it, in the end. For while he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zach vanished to protect him. That's when those thieving magpies of a press said... I had no idea. Yet that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillain distraction. And here I must stand smiling at them all. What am I, if not a player in some fiendish farce? Why do I low-key feel bad for him? He had it rough. Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? Magnifi's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get the answer from you. Okay. I knew I'd be seeing these sooner or later. Seems like a lot less, locks on his heart talking about actual murder. The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. This sounds like an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago. See, I don't think we can do it yet. But it's only 2, so let's see what we do. Magnifi's death. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long years I have endured. Now, finally, the curtain lifts on my new golden age. all the miracles of our troop within my grasp. Sorry to do this, Valent. But right now, I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Valent, I want to be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this. I'm assuming the transferring Wright, probably. No, like, he defo killed him and he sucks and I hate him, but he got a lot of undeserved, yeah. And what might that be? I see it bears the Gramarye seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner, but I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnifi's miracles. What? Zach Gramarye? He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter? Trucy Enigmar. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days. Preposterous! Zach is gone. Vanished into the void. This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Ugh. Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot Magnifi. Yes, it was Zach. It was. And then he left, and my career as a magician fell into darkness. He has a lot of doves, though. He really does. Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zach Gramarye shot Magnifi? Was that why you testified? Yes! My way out! It should have been my way out! Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnifi Gramarye? I don't think we have anything yet. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Let's go back to the Borscht Bull Club. See if we can break Zach's lock. I know he had one. I'm assuming Kristoff's locks will probably be the last thing we have to do. So I'm not even bothering with it, really. Alright, let's see if we can break that. Mr. Hat! Let's see how far we can get with him. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother? Thalissa Gramarye. I will not speak of that! Thalissa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. Because of the accident, I'm guessing? The three of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet, there's another story behind that fame. One that not many know. Thalissa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valent Gramarye's bullets. It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalissa? I'm sure Valent would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder I might mention. Damn you. Interesting. Her eyes. I loved Thalissa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She is dead, and Magnifi Gramarye has joined her. So the only one with her power left now is Trucy? Mr. Zach? I do not know. No. I don't need to see any power. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else? Someone other than Trucy? Someone who had inherited Thalissa's power? How would I know? The chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Hey, Zach, what's your favorite NASA mission? Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who. I wonder, is it Mike Meekins? Hey, Zach, what's your favorite NASA mission? This boy? His name is, I forget, something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney? Drew Bishop. I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices. So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like. But you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring. Some may call it a bracelet. Wordy? A ring. Perhaps this will refresh your memory? I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second. How did you know this? Her first husband, he died a year after they were wed, yes? Legend of Zelda, Link Between Time. He was a performer. They met when he joined us Gremmarys as a guest in our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. I couldn't help notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out. They're a Grammary family heirloom. This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in the picture. What? So, that's why. Why what, Mr. Zach? I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet. I bet I know where that other one went. She gave it to this boy. Her son. Oh, oh. Oh. Congratulations, you were a stepdad for a while and you didn't even know. This strange power. I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact that it is passed down through the down the Grammary line, it runs in their veins. Feel bad for this guy, low-key. What is it? I asked her. Thalassa once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others. You find out the love of your life has a kid with her dead ex-husband. Oh, pretty gut-wrenching. Tension? If she were to face a person and they became tense, even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her. So she could see it? Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension, without the use of a particular object, or in her case, objects. Objects? Wait, were they something she wore? Yeah, her bracelets. I admit, the first time I saw one of those, I felt there was more to it than just fashion. What kind of power could a bracelet have? I've made a decision. I'll tell you all I know. Consider it a gift. Whoa! Trucy and Apollo, the bracelet's eyesight. Trucy and Apollo. Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two are brother and sister, yeah. That's crazy. And the brother, too, has this power of theirs. Also, you're telling me Phoenix Wright found all of this out before even meeting Apollo, and he didn't think to, like, tell him at any point, be like, hey, Apollo, by the way, my daughter here, yeah, she's your long-lost sister. Like, bro, why is he keeping it a secret? What the hell? And the brother, too, has this power of theirs. So Trucy has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Mr. Wright, tonight, after our game is done, that's low-key heartwarming that he just put them together, yeah. I will return to a life of hiding. I would not see her live her life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. Okay. Thank you. I am in your debt once again. I was like, you're gonna tell them at all, Phoenix? No kidding. What I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up. The bracelets. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. So they're temperature sensitive or something? Yeah. This is how they can shrink to the exact size of their wearer's wrist. When the time is right, mid-court case. Phoenix gets up on the witness stand. He's like, yeah, so here's who the real killer is. Oh, by the way, Apollo forgot to mention my daughter. You and her, brother and sister, pretty Kate crazy. Alright, see you later. See you guys at dinner. And this has something to do with the power? What have I told you? The Gramarye power reacts to tension in others. When a Gramarye senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. Minute contractions. So minute, they cannot sense it on their own. Their muscles? Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for. With a bracelet on, one can sense these contractions. Because the bracelet is always a perfect fit. So when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrist? Precisely. But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how the process works from there. Claudia, I put my life over fake evidence. Apollo and Trucy are related. Judge my father. Wendy Holbeck is my mom. Alright, peace guys. See you later. It's a simple question of eyesight. Eyesight? Guess that sounds simple enough. Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? Then he leaves, yeah. I've heard of it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped, if they focus. Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of the face and the meaning that lies behind it. Edward walks in, proposes, and they leave in each other's arms. So beautiful. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Really happened. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it. So basically what you're saying is the Gramaryes can see really well. For them, seeing is more than believing. It is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me too. Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when to focus? Or something? Precisely. But wait, Trucy doesn't have any bracelets. You are talking about poker, yes? The timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trucy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things Gramarye. Thank you, Mr. Zack. This boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game? I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you of that night. That night? The night my mentor, Magnifi Gramarye, passed from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols and 2 letters sent. This was Magnifi's test. A test? In his last years, Magnifique Gremory worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night, I could not shoot him. So I shot the clown's forehead instead. So I went in and I shot him. Killed him. Pretty crazy. This, it seems, was the correct answer. Take this. I give my art to you, Zack. What? It is thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack. Though I would not have minded dying by your hand. How could I shoot you? You're my mentor. Bah! I thought you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Then, of course, I would have given Valent his chance. And if I had shot you in the forehead instead, then it would be over. If you or Valent were to shoot me in the head, then I to the darkness would go, and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Ah, if this ending too gives me no cause for regret, I thank you, Zack. And I am sorry. I have done much that was wrong in my day. Interesting. It seems to me that Magnifi wanted you to be a successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's. Perhaps. But it is not something we will ever know for sure now. Wait, Valent did do it, right? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm assuming he did, but at this I'm like, well, what if he didn't? That wording makes it seem like he didn't. Yeah. I wonder what is Valent up to these days. Waiting for you to die? If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him. And now here I am, and his dream is dead. It's worse than that, actually. If you were Valent, shoot me, my art will go with me to the darkness. Yeah. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know? Like, that sounds super sus. Oh, 100%. What? You don't mean to tell me they've put the blame for our mentor's death on him? The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were even rumors that Valent had helped you pull it off. But that's madness! Well, it seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated, even though I'm dead? That night, Zack Gremory was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted. This. To whom it may concern, 7 years past, I, Zack Gremory, murdered my mentor, Magnifi Gremory. I apologize for the trouble caused by my sudden departure from court, and hereby confess to my crime. Zack Gremory. Oh, so he fake confessed. His confession, to use as I saw fit. Of course he'd killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valent Gremory. Aww. Interesting. Alright, I think that's what the last piece we needed. I've gone mad with confusion. So I'm guessing Valent did the killing, but Zack's like going to take the blame for it, so Valent can just continue his life. I'm guessing. Cause I don't know. That's my assumption. Yeah, we've done this. Let's get back to where we were. We have the confession. Whoa. Valent might have done it. Yeah, it seems like Valent probably most definitely did the killing, but Zack made a confession Potentially not, like it's the possibility he didn't. Yeah, there's no proof. He's not gonna say it if he did, but Zach's confessing to it for Valent's sake, to tie up loose ends and be like, let's just move on from this. This was a dark time. Yeah. We've done this. Let's get to the second lock. Okay. Now, here we go. We got the confession. I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zach Gramarye wrote one more thing before passing on. This is a confession! In which he admits to the killing of Magnifi Gramarye. See? All according to your plan. I am a magician by trade. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet it seems the tables have turned. Now I am the audience, believing in the deceptions I have wrought upon myself. Zach wrote this right in front of me. After I explained your situation to him. OMG! I was wondering if Thalissa did it. I was like, she doesn't have her memories, but like... And she's also blind, but like... I don't know, I can see her doing it. You do know that this confession is nothing but lies? Yes, it's my opinion that Zach Gramarye killed that one. Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. 2 received instructions to kill, but if one is innocent, then the one who remains is guilty. Yeah, that would be the logical conclusion, yeah. So he vanished to protect me, his partner. A stirring tale, 'tis true. Did you shoot Magnifi Gramarye in the forehead? Did you do it? Just say it. If I had and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Do as you will. There's nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor, Magnifi's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. I knew it. So Valent Gramarye did kill the great Magnifi. Okay, we got it. We got the confirmation. He did it. But I don't think we're turning him in. So sorry, Mr. Wright, but it is not I who shot my mentor. Oh, really? Wait. What? Come on. But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there? Another disciple? Such as... It was Trucy. Trucy did it. I don't know. Knack and talent Gramarye, maybe? Your wild fancies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zach and Valent received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. Apollo did it. Here you go, Grandpa. I don't suppose you figured it out by now. It wasn't Zach or Valent who shot Magnifi. No! No! Don't tell me! Then it had to be the only other person at this scene, which means... Wait. You don't mean... Yes! The great Magnifi Gramarye himself. Aww. That's crazy. So Magnifi Gramarye committed suicide? You find it hard to believe? To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility. I said no more plot twists. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. But when I turned to Maid to leave the room, oh. No way, he put the gun down there and stuff. The old man called out to me. He spoke with Magnifi Gramarye. Yes, and this is why I knew what he had done. Magnifi transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zach Gramarye, not me. I see. And I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. Huh? My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder. What? Your crime? Is Valiant Gramarye confessing something to me? He's in love with me. What could be more serious than murder? You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnifi's plan. He wanted to die by one of your hands. Little did I expect it to have anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. The demon? Let me confess. I had intended to shoot Magnifi. And I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? That night I prepared something before going to Magnifi's hospital room. Which was IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zach did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I would use the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came. But then Magnifi called me back. I am sorry, Valiant. I'm giving my magic to Zach, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please help him if you can. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fateful gunshot. Magnifi Gramarye killing himself. Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zach killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of his suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used the syringe to add the IV liquid I brought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnifi died and you framed Zach for his murder. As planned indeed. Of course the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed truly? You know what? To be fair, it's the story that makes the most sense. That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe. Yes. I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Valiant. Thank you. It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I had lost everything could I make my decision. You're gonna turn yourself in? My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts. I understand. I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong. For Zach Gramarye was alive. Well, not anymore. BRB, gonna go brush my teeth. Go brush your teeth. And now it occurs to me, what if he was not the only one who survived? What do you mean? You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise. Dallas, be prepared to tell me anything crazy. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies, forget this matter. I can only hope that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Zach Gramarye. Oh. Then I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I am glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. Well, Valiant, crazy that you said that. So I'm friends with this spirit medium. Now, she hasn't showed up in this game, but I'm assuming she's still alive and chilling. Want me to go grab her for you? I'm pretty sure she's probably the master by now. She's probably mastered the spirit channeling technique. We can get Zach on the line for you, Valent. No prob, no prob. Zach Gramery, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer. He is no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver, and the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good, and it would involve paying that man a visit. Christoph, Gavin, only you remain. You monster. Sorry, sir. Prisoner Christoph Gavin is currently occupied. I see. Do you know when he'll be finished? Well... Could you go find out? Certainly, sir. Please wait here a moment. My apologies to the guard, but there's something I need to see. It's this photograph! My knowledge of flower names includes sunflowers, tulips, and that's about it. That is a rose, Phoenix, right? That is a rose. Or so I always thought, but now I see I was wrong. I know that this is a rose, I think. Awesome, alright. We have to pick up this letter, yeah? There it is. The yellow envelope. And the sender is Drew Misham. I was right. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene. If this is the last letter that Drew Misham wrote, then there's something I need to do. The last thing I need to do, in fact. Here goes. Let's see if this atrocanine spray finds anything. Hit that stamp, bub. Hit that stamp. Hit that stamp. Crazy. So this was Drew Misham's messenger of death. It was this stamp, alright. No mistaking it. And his last letter was sent to Christoph Gavin. The interview request came like you said it would, and they're looking into the case. I swear on my life I won't tell them about you, so please release the spell you put on my daughter. I'll write later with a report. Ooh. Drew Misham. Interesting. Gotcha. Letter from Misham added to the court record. Finally. Decisive evidence. Oh my god. What's this? A burglar? In jail. Christoph Gavin, you evil, evil, evil monster. Gavin? I didn't know you moonlighted in larceny, right? Gavin? There's something I have to ask you. Can I steal your stuff? The answer is no. My apologies, but there's not much I care to discuss. Vera Misham hasn't received her verdict yet. Follow me, Gavin. I hope he gets the worst punishment in hell for an eternity. There are no known survivors of atrocanine poisoning, but it never hurts to hope. Okay, I'll be leaving now then. Right? Wait. Yeah, Gavin? Would you mind leaving that letter? It's private. Oh, sorry. Forgot I had it. Many thanks. Ooh, this is awkward. Oh my, whoa. Oh my goodness, was that a hidden camera? Oh, that's funny. We've now seen all the clues in this case. Clues I gathered over 7 long years. Oh, he had all of that recorded? That's incredible. That's so cool. Now it is time. Every story has an ending. We've come to the final chapter, the final trial. Find the truth. You're the only ones who can. Oh, that's so good. When did Bro become so intelligent? He's always been smart. He's always been smart. Welcome to court. 7 years, all leading to one verdict. A verdict which you must decide. Is the defendant, Vera Misham, innocent or guilty? The courtroom doors are opening. The trial awaits. Are you ready to begin? Ooh. Something inside me, rising, surfacing. Something important, lost long ago. It's close now. So close. Ooh. October 9th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh my god, it's been so long! Court is now in session for the trial of Vera Misham. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, it's been so long since we've seen little baby Apollo. My boy. Oh god. And also Clavier, it's been a bit. Prosecution's ready to rock. Prosecutor Gavin, how is the defendant, Vera Misham's condition? Acute atrocanine poisoning, according to her physician. She could die at any time. Thus, her absence from the courtroom today.
What? They can't put her on trial without her being here.
It is unusual.
They should wait for her to get better and do it then. It's so bureaucratic of them.
That's being a little harsh. They can't delay the trial any longer, or they risk having no one left to try. A trial without a verdict can only cause grief. The records of this case and experience tell us this. Apologies to the defendant, but the show must go on. Right. If Vera dies, the trial will be cancelled. I'm not gonna let that happen. Mr. Wright told me everything that's been going on behind the curtain all these years. I'm gonna give Vera her innocent verdict while there's still time. Very well. Your opening statement, Prosecutor Gavin. The prosecution's case is unchanged by recent events. Why did Vera Misham succumb to poison? Because she couldn't live with the guilt of what she'd done. No, but Vera was poisoned with atrocanine. The exact same poison that took her father's life. What better confession could you ask for? Being the killer, she would have access to the poison. Significant, since it's rather hard to come by. That is true. In other words, I see no need for further discussion. We could have had our verdict yesterday. Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no objections, I see no reason to postpone a verdict. What we need to worry about isn't the verdict, but the trial itself. The defense holds that Vera Misham is the victim, not the killer. If that's so, then you have to prove something. She was in court, giving her testimony before us. She was biting her nail! She was biting her nail! Did you see that? Oh, she was biting her nail! How do you propose the killer poisoned her? Oh, and incidentally, it would be nice if you told us who her mysterious killer was. The prosecution's objection is sustained. I ask the defense to prove its claims to this court. Tell us how Vera Misham was poisoned. I've got 2 things to prove here. Who did it, and how? Which to hit first? Jeez. especially the how. How did the killer poison Vera Misham? I will focus first on the method used. Any comments before we begin, Prosecutor Gavin? Not a bottle or container of the poison was found on the defendant's body. I see. So the vector of poisoning is unknown. Is the defense prepared to prove how the poison reached Vera Misham? Yeah, Your Honor. Very well. What method was used to poison Vera Misham? The nail polish. Take that! What's this? My, what a beautiful bottle. I'd like to give whoever designed that a hand. Is that nail polish? It's colorless. Ah. Something the matter? No, nothing. Nothing at all. So, the killer put poison in this bottle and made her drink it? As Prosecutor Gavin has told us, this is nail polish. Nail polish? It's like paint for nails. Know any women with red nails? Ah, my wife has red nails. He has a wife? I see. So she's been painting them all this time. Okay, Judge. Okay. Let's recall yesterday's trial. Remember when Vera was testifying to the court? He's just biting her nails. Court is now back in session. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Whenever Vera became nervous, she had a habit of biting her nails. Her nails? Oh! Prosecutor Gavin, when the prosecution had Vera examined, did they check her nails? Bailiff, have them check the defendant's nails at once. Mr. Justice. Yeah? Do you know who did this? Oh, just a hunch. I think Clavier is pretty familiar with this person. Do you know who put poison in that nail polish? I would ask the prosecution. Seems like he knows. That bottle belongs to Vera Misham. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs, Clavier. Why do you ask? Know someone else who might have a bottle like this? No, just checking. Mr. Justice, you are about to accuse someone of poisoning that bottle of nail polish. Please dispense with the chatter. You realize the weight of this accusation? Here, let me show you. Understood, Your Honor. No problem. I know what I'm doing this time. Then let us ask, who poisoned Vera Misham via her nail polish? Could be anybody. Clavier Gavin? Phoenix Wright. What's this? Christoph Gavin? Yeah, he's not gonna... What's your game? There's no way he could do such a thing like that. You should know better than anyone else. Indeed. He is behind bars. I know. However, that doesn't mean it was impossible to do what he did. What? Ask yourselves, when he put the poison in that bottle? It could have been yesterday, it could have been a month ago, maybe it was a year ago, or perhaps it was 7 years ago? You're telling me that she's been putting this nail polish on and like never bit her nails before? That's crazy. But Christoph Gavin had no motive for killing this poor girl. Oh, I beg to differ. It's simply inconceivable. Prosecutor Gavin doesn't seem to think so. That face tells me one thing. Christoph Gavin's own younger brother doesn't find it inconceivable at all. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, if you feel there is a clear and pressing need, then we may have to summon Christoph Gavin from jail as a special witness. Fine. I've known for some time that an impenetrable darkness lurked at the bottom of this. A darkness that has swallowed even myself. Oh, okay. The defense's wish is granted. Let prisoner Christoph Gavin take the stand. Bailiff, begin proceedings to call a special witness. The witness is Christoph Gavin, currently residing in solitary cell 13 at Central Prison. Hello, Christoph Gavin. Your Honor, how nice to see you again. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? It's not every day I'm summoned from my solitary cell. In fact, it's never. I think you already know Mr. Christoph Gavin. Mr. Justice. I hear you've been doing quite well for yourself. Oh, why do I feel like somehow he's still my boss?
Stiff upper lip, Apollo. You can do it.
Does this bottle look familiar? Ariadone nail polish? Why, yes, I use it myself. As did the late defendant, I hear. She's not dead yet! And? Was there something concerning this bottle you wish to ask me about? I admit, I respect her for her taste in nail polish. Her taste, indeed. This nail polish was how Vera Mission was poisoned. Atrocanine, was it? You're well informed about the case, Mr. Gavin. It's like you know all about it. Even in solitary, much comes to my desk, and I have nothing to do but read. Well, Clavier? Oh, this is awkward. This is the first time we've seen them interact. It's very interesting to see their dynamic. Maybe you can explain this? Oh. You're being accused again. By him. Again. And? You agree with his accusation, do you? Ooh. Let's hold a proper trial, shall we? Ooh, I sense there's a lot of tension in the air. Yikes. Christoph Gavin, your testimony, please. I'd be delighted. The charges against you are quite severe, Mr. Gavin. You are suspected of the poisoning of the defendant, Vera Misham. Please testify on this matter to the court. Poisoning Vera. Owning the same nail polish is not a murderer make. I have been in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Surely you aren't going to suggest I was responsible for poisoning her father, too. Not gonna lie, I kind of have a bad feeling Christoph was a horrible older brother behind the scenes. Just a bit of that feeling, yeah? Well, I'm afraid the defense's claim is sounding rather unlikely. Naturally. For one, I don't even know the Mishams. Isn't that so, Mr. Justice? Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination. I'm accusing Christoph Gavin, my ex-boss. But I know he poisoned the Mishams. The question is, when could he have done it? Not to mention why. Oh, bracelet's active. Alright, which one looks the most suspicious? I'm in solitary confinement for half a year. How could I poison her? Her father died of the same poison, the meaning of which should be clear. The prosecution's case holds. She poisoned her father, then attempted to poison herself. Oh, this is a different... I'm guessing it's this one. Maybe he's hiding something. It explained why he wasn't bothered at all with Christoph being in jail. He definitely comes across as scared with him around. Yeah. Let's see if it's this. Ooh, his eyes! Surely you aren't going to. Oh my goodness. He's got a scar on his hand. I didn't even notice that. That's interesting. Whoa! That's scary! What the hell was that? It was you who killed Drew Misham. He's so creepy. A bluff worthy of your new mentor, Mr. Wright. Oh, really? But you see, I saw it. Right when you said her father, too. Your hand tensed unnaturally, and a little devil appeared to give me the news. Oh, that's the devil that Vera saw! Was him tensing his hand and the scar? Ooh. And let's assume for the sake of argument that you saw me being tense. What does that mean? Are all tense witnesses guilty? And tell me, was Drew Misham fond of nail polish too? Sorry, but there's more than one way to poison a man. You don't need nail polish to get to someone's mouth. Okay, well, Apollo. Then I must be very talented indeed. You see, Drew Misham was killed on October 6th, while I was already in my solitary confinement cell at Central Prison. If that's not an alibi, then I don't know what is. But you found a way, all the same. And I found it too. This is how you poison Mr. Misham. Boom. I'm sure this commemorative stamp requires no introduction. The night Mr. Misham died, he was seen writing a letter. Atroquinine was found on this stamp, Mr. Gavin. So am I to understand this stamp was the murder weapon? Yes, you are. Oh, and yes, this stamp was found in your prison cell. He must have told Misham to use the stamp if he wanted his daughter to be left alone. That is all, Your Honor. Order! 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 Poison on the back of that stamp? After Drew Misham was killed, someone paid a visit to this witness's cell. Phoenix Wright. Daddy? That's when he found the stamp. You made Drew Misham write you a letter. That's how you killed him. What? My. You've upset my poor brother to the point of uselessness. Ouch. Watching, by the way, just lurking. You're chill, bro. You chill. Allow me to clarify this matter, Justice. All you need to do is recall witness Spark Brushell's testimony. Well, that's the thing. See, after he put his letter in this envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote. He was looking for a stamp. Ergo, he had no intention of using this stamp. What are you getting at? What I'm arriving at is that this commemorative stamp was in a frame. How do you know that? It was mere coincidence that he used it that night. Well, I guess he might have read the court record, I guess, whatever. That would seem to be the case. Or perhaps you mean to suggest that I can somehow manipulate coincidence? He does have a point. How would this witness know if the victim was going to use that stamp? Without that, he couldn't have planned the murder. What? Really, Clavier. You should be seeing through these weak-spined bluffs by now. Clavier's just not talking. This is rough. He's right, though. How could anyone have known Mr. Misham would use that stamp that night? Least of all, Christoph Gavin, locked away in his cell. Well, it seems that the defense has run out of things to say. You assume he had something to say in the first place. I believe the defense's bluff has been called. The defense's bluff? I'm not sure I agree with you there, Christoph. Ooh, he's turning on his brother. Let's go. Clavier. Honestly, I wanted to believe you, but the defense wasn't trying to get away with a bluff. You were Christoph. What are you saying, Prosecutor Gavin? Hair forehead. What was your accusation again? Huh? Oh, it was that this poison stamp killed Drew Misham, yeah? To which my brother responded thusly. There was no way to know when Misham would use the stamp. Yes, that's right. Which is why it couldn't have been planned. Get your vengeance, Clavier. Tell me, it needs to be planned. Why? Why couldn't it have been a coincidence? The defense's case is simply that Drew Misham died by that stamp. That's all. Coincidence? Christoph, you tried to slip out from under his accusation by changing the subject. If that's not bluffing, what is it? What are you up to, Clavier? I could ask you the same thing, the same question, Christoph. I silenced the defense with the fewest words possible. It's called efficiency. But Mr. Gavin, that's impermissible testimony. Very well. I shall take his claim head on then. Justice? What? You accuse me of Drew Misham's murder, yes. Then, allow me to ask you, what possible reason could I have to kill a painter?
Apollo motive. He's talking about motive.
Indeed. It's hard to see how an attorney could come to want to kill a painter. Now, here's something. Why didn't he bring this up the motive from the very beginning? Unless he was afraid it was a battle he might lose.
So, what does it mean?
It means there might be a weak spot. They might have some evidence to prove a motive. Oh, we got a motive. We know this. A motive for murder. This is vital, if not the most vital element in this case. Please consider this when making your statement. I'd say it's about this vital. That's pretty vital. Well, Mr. Justice, I'm going through with this no matter what. Understood, Your Honor. I'd like to present evidence. Then let's see what you have for us. What reason did Christoph Gavin have for wanting to murder Drew Misham? Well, it says it in the letter, doesn't it? Christoph Gavin's motive becomes clear when we consider why the stamp came to Drew Misham's studio in the first place. And why was that? Forgery, Your Honor. Go back 7 years. Drew Misham accepts his first job creating forged evidence. I've seen that before. A page from a diary, wasn't it? Magnifique Gramarie's diary? When attorney Phoenix Wright lost his badge, yes. This was the evidence he presented to his loss. This evidence is a fake, yeah. But did Mr. Wright request the forgery be made? That was never proven.
Objection!
The defense attorney on such case was Phoenix Wright, who, other than him, drunk with the prospect of victory, could have done it. And why would they? Just out of curiosity, do you remember this letter? This is the first page. And this is the second. Those were presented in court yesterday. This letter was sent to Drew Misham by the client who requested that forgery. The enclosed stamp was none other than that poisoned commemorative stamp. Drew Misham drew his last breath just the other day. However, the motive for his murder was already 7 years old. 7 years old? The client who requested this forgery was very cautious. He tried to erase anything and anyone with connections to the forgery, to keep them from talking. But he made a mistake. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. The killer's time bomb was delayed. The poisoned stamp was sealed within a glass frame, where it sat for 7 whole years. Herr Forehead, you understand what you're telling us? The one who schemed up the forged diary page was the one who poisoned the stamp, and it was Felix Wright who presented the forged evidence 7 years ago. Adding the two statements together, the one who schemed to kill Drew Misham was none other than Phoenix Wright. Not again. He's always being accused of murder, poor Phoenix. Sorry, but that's not how this is gonna go down. Oh, then how will it go down? I checked through the records on that case when I found this. 7 years ago, just before the trial began.
Oh, old boy. Here.
What's this?
I don't know, I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair.
And one more thing. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. I understand I am asking the impossible of you. Yeah, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. And that was enough. Phoenix Wright was put on the case the day before the trial started. He didn't have time to request a forgery. The day before. Now here's a question. Just who was Shady and Ningmar's previous defense attorney? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, it was so Kristoff, wasn't it? No. This can't all be. But it's all true. There was another man, a defense attorney with a badge on his collar. It was you, Kristoff Gavin. Order, order, order! What is the meaning of this? Witness? I mean defendant? Former lawyer? Let me begin by denying this. It's easy enough to look up, Mr. Gavin, and impossible to prove if you can't. Attorneys are registered with the court the day before the trial begins. In other words, no record remains in the court. How exactly did you intend to prove Phoenix Wright's claim? That would be difficult. I'm afraid this line of inquiry won't yield. Hair forehead. Are you sure you don't have evidence? Oh, he's trying to help you, Apollo. He's telling you got evidence.
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks clammy.
Evidence? Evidence that shows this man, Kristoff Gavin, requested that forgery 7 years ago. Clavier? Ooh. Just prove it. Aww. This is sad. Clear up these doubts now. I swear I'm off this case.
You must have thought of some evidence, Apollo.
Prosecutor Gavin looks like he's in physical pain. That darkness. I have to pull that darkness out of him. And proof is the only way I can. Aww. What proves Kristoff Gavin's link to Drew Misham? Apollo, I need you to be my knight in shining armor. Well, Mr. Justice, you claim Kristoff Gavin requested a forgery of Drew Misham 7 years ago? Prove it! It can be proven. Simply ridiculous. Why even discuss it? This evidence does not... Are you telling the truth, Apollo Justice? I am. Then, I say we give him the benefit of the doubt. Very well, but if you're wrong about this, be prepared for a penalty. Your Honor, you do the defense in injustice. Mr. Justice is clearly passionate about his claim. Should the penalty not match his okay. Oops. I meant to save it on this one. I haven't given a penalty like that in a long time. Well, Mr. Justice? Fine, Your Honor. All I have to prove is any kind of link. Something that ties Kristoff Gavin to Drew Misham. And I have something that clearly does the job. The letter, right? Very well, Mr. Justice. Present your evidence. Show us the link between our witness and Drew Misham. Yeah. This evidence proves there's a link. That scrap of paper? I'm afraid I can't let you submit that. Is there some problem? There is. How could you possibly have that? You couldn't.
Hey, that's Daddy's handwriting.
Oh, not more fake evidence. Mr. Wright's handwriting? What is the meaning of this? Oh, I see now. Yes, of course. What do you mean, of course? I just remembered I had a visitor yesterday. Phoenix Wright came to my cell, except I wasn't there. Phoenix Wright? When I returned, I saw he had something of mine in his possession. Of course, I had no intention of letting him get away with reading my private mail. Mail? You mean this letter was in your cell? No. However, it appears Mr. Wright has yet to be cured of his bad forging habit. Well, if it's a forgery, it's not a very good one. The handwriting's terrible. This is Mr. Wright's reproduction of what was written in the real letter. Reproduction? When Mr. Wright visited Christoph Gavin's cell, he brought with him a small video camera. Ooh. What? That was scary. He recorded his entire conversation with you, Mr. Gavin, and the contents of your personal mail. Regardless, this mockery of a piece of evidence will never be accepted by the court. Evidence based on a video a man with no authority whatsoever claims he took. A man who happens to be an ex-attorney suspected of forgery. Prosecutor Gavin? Prosecutor Gavin? As embarrassing as this is for me to say, I'm afraid my brother is incapable of making rational judgments at the moment. Your Honor, your decision, please. The defense's claim is denied. What? Only actual evidence is permitted in a court of law. Please remove the defense's evidence from the record. Better luck next time, Justice. Ugh. Well, we've certainly taken a detour from our cross-examination, but the defense appears to be lacking proof. I'm forced to end the cross-examination of Christoph Gavin at this point. Apollo, do something! I'm thinking, but without evidence, I don't have anything I can use on him. Very well. This ends the special witness's cross-examination.
Objection!
Ooh, the show's over, yet the crowd screams for more. Only now do I understand why. Prosecutor Gavin? Frankly, I'm relieved. This has been bothering me for 7 whole years, and I'm tired of the whole useful ink scene. Now's our chance. Let's clean out the family closet, eh, Christoph? Clavier, you're spinning out of control. Calm yourself before you say something you'll regret. Spinning out of whose control? Mine or yours? Take a moment to consider everything you've built. Your reputation as a prosecutor, your fame with the masses. You can lose it all, Clavier.
Apollo, did you see that? He's trying to press Prosecutor Gavin.
Prosecutor Gavin, try to remember what's really important to you. You amuse me, Hair Forehead. I couldn't forget what's really important to me, even if I tried. Me? In fact, I haven't, not even once. 7 years ago. Finally, you couldn't just resist, could you, Herr Wright? Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Might I request we put this current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness. It's you, Hair Forehead, my love. State your name and occupation for the record. I'm familiar with the trial. I've watched the videos several times. Didn't you find anything unnatural about it? Unnatural? Well, you did seem unusually well prepared. I mean, Mr. Wright had only just presented his evidence. And the next moment you call in Drew Misham? It was almost as if... Funny. It didn't even occur to me to wonder. But now that I do, I see there's only one possible explanation. Almost as if, from the very beginning, you knew Mr. Wright was going to present that evidence. Ah, correct. I knew that if I applied the usual pressure, Phoenix Wright would eventually come up as that forged diary page. Don't do this, Clavier. I knew because you told me, Kristoff. Let's go. What? Ooh. It was the night before the trial. Clavier, Kristoff, on seeing you at the prosecutor's office the day before the trial. Whoa. Clavier is so cool. I love him. I won't be appearing in the trial, actually. Huh? Why not? I won't be facing off with you on your first trial, apparently. But in exchange, I brought information. The attorney who'll be there in my place tomorrow is not to be trusted. Don't even give him the benefit of your respect. Listen. I want you to call in a special witness. Then, I wondered about it at the time. How did Kristoff know so much? Prosecutor Gavin. Kristoff? We were supposed to face each other in that trial. A fair fight, brother to brother. I deserve that much. You let me borrow the victim's belongings. You showed me all your research on the case.
The victim's belongings?
Which would have included Magnifi's diary, wouldn't it? Mr. Gavin? My, Clavier. You disappoint me. You find trees, yet miss the forest. You're the one missing the forest, Mr. Gavin. You can't sweep this under the rug. Not anymore. Tell me what was going on behind that trial. Why not? I've achieved what I came here to do. I see no harm in a little reminiscing.
Apollo.
I think we're finally gonna shine a light on that black belly of his, Trucy. We've done everything we could. I hope it's enough. 7 years ago, the day before the trial, I visited the detention center at the request of my client, Zach Gremery. 2 cards. 1 card. Showdown time. Enough. You lose, Gavin. Thanks for the work. Now go. Just so the gang knows, I'm totally claiming that female protag. You're getting it in early before we get to the next game. You're like, by the way, she's all mine. To be honest, I don't know what his reasons were to this day. As far as I could tell, he dismissed me as his representation because I lost in a game of poker. I can come to no other conclusion.
Daddy used to say something. If you want to know a man, you have to compete. Zach wasn't watching his points or the cards. He was watching the man behind the cards, Kristoff Gavin. Oh, he lost the cards, so he couldn't beat him in cards. I couldn't believe it. Phoenix Wright? A second-rate attorney who relies on luck and bluffs? He dismissed me and went with that pitiful excuse of a man? He deserved to die for that error alone. Wait, I might be tipsy.
Hold it! So the one who requested that forgery was... Oh, I'm not admitting to anything. My point is, these two men shamed me, and I could not forgive that. Phoenix Wright and Zach Gramarye both deserved what they got. So you asked Mr. Misham to forge that evidence so you could win? But then when you were dismissed as Zach Gramarye's attorney, you used your forged evidence as a trap. You fed me information about the forgery you made. Then you gave your dirty evidence to him. You're free to imagine what you will. My point is that all I had imagined came to pass. Everything went perfectly. Okay. Incredible. If I wasn't laughing, I'd weep. Prosecutor Gavin? Perfectly. You're mad, Kristoff. Stop fooling yourself. What are you talking about, Clavier? Tell me, how does that trial end? Cancelled when the defendant vanished. I get it. So, Kristoff, you've been living in fear for 7 years. What? You were afraid your forgery would be revealed and your reputation trashed. You couldn't leave things to chance. So you watched everyone involved with the case for 7 years. You know, he always felt like he was being watched. That's what he said, every day for 7 years. But I felt it too. Journalists sure he is being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gramarye got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? Wait just a moment. Zach Gramarye was seen by this reporter? How is that possible? Was he alive after being gone 7 years? I'm waiting for the judge to join in and this to be a triple beating. Finally, I knew this moment was coming. I just didn't think we'd get here so fast. Zach Gramarye, gone missing for 7 years. Trucy's father.
What's wrong, Apollo? Go get him!
Right. Leave it to me. Allow me to refresh the court's memory. 6 months ago, Kristoff Gavin was charged with murdering a mysterious traveler. I remember him quite well. Shady Smith, was it? Poisoned in a Chinese restaurant? Tragic. It was Russian. The details don't really matter right now. What matters is that traveler was Zach Gramarye. Oh.
What is it, Apollo?
Huh?
Keep going! We'll talk about it later.
Oh yeah, by the way, Trucy, this guy totally murdered your father. Okay, anyway. We'll catch up later. Did she already know? Ooh. Someone please explain this. Mr. Justice, can you explain this? It all started 7 years ago. The great magician Magnifi Gramarye's death started it. Trucy the goat, bro. Magnifi Gramarye's death and his student Zach Gramarye, the suspect. Whoever defended Zach in court successfully would be famous beyond belief. Thinking that, Kristoff Gavin did the unthinkable. He forged evidence. Drew Misham? Actually, it was his daughter Vera who really did the work. You took precautions when you had that forgery made, didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Precautions? To keep people from talking, of course. These two know too much. Leave them alive and there'll be nothing but trouble. That's when you planned your poisoning of the forgers. Atroquinine, applied to a commemorative stamp. But luck was on Mr. Misham's side. The bomb didn't go off. His daughter. She saved him by taking the stamp, I see. But that wasn't the only bomb he set up. The Aridani nail polish, of course. You noticed something when you requested that forgery? When Vera Misham is nervous, she has a bad habit. tendency to bite her nails. Ah, that nail polish was her good luck charm. She was almost kidnapped once. Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
That person gave me a good luck charm for when I absolutely had to go outside. It protects me.
Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. She won't tell me what it was. It was from that client, the one who wanted that note made. It was his insurance. Insurance? As long as she lived quietly at home, there was no danger to her. But what if she had to go outside? If she ran into any trouble, she'd become nervous. And the nail polish would do the rest. His time bomb sat there for 7 years. And then they went off almost simultaneously. Man, I actually hate Kristoff so much. He is just genuinely evil. Burn him at the stake. If you're finished, may I return to my cell now? I'm not accustomed to standing for such long periods of time. Mr. Gavin, have you heard a single thing we've said? Oh, I listened quite closely to your little tale. Quite an entertaining piece of fiction. What? Clavier, surely you understand. The back to the evidence is a lacking evidence. Nothing proves a link between him and the atroquinine that took Drew Misham's life. Objection! What about the restaurant? You killed Zach Gramarye. All the wife jokes aside, like he manipulated a poor girl, used her kidnapping, and killed her father in an attempted murder on her. I know, it's like really tragic. To keep him from talking. Like, he's like genuinely evil. I killed no man of that name. Read over the report again, if you like. The victim was a traveler by the name of Shady Smith, about whom we know little else. You can't seriously think I knew he was that particular fugitive. Okay, then why did you kill him? Yeah. I plead my right to remain silent. Remember, this court did not convene to put me on trial. The defendant's name is Vera Misham, suspected in the murder of her father. My trial's been finished for 6 months now. I'm afraid we have strayed considerably from our purpose here. This court concurs with the witness. Vera is clearly innocent though, like 100%. It is defendant Vera Misham who is on trial here.
No, but you were doing so well, Apollo.
As long as there is no evidence to support the accusation against him, this course of inquiry cannot find Vera Misham innocent. Objection! Your Honor, Phoenix Wright has spent 7 years collecting this evidence. You still don't get it, do you? Let us assume there was poison in the nail polish. Who then was responsible for causing Vera Misham to bite her nails? What? It wasn't me. I know that much. Oh, shut up, Kristoff. The one who brought that poison to her lips was you. You're the murderer. What? Wow, Apollo Justice, that's crazy. Anyway, lock him up. Evidence is everything. There is nothing more. But if the jury ruled court no, the judge has no say who's guilty or not. Yeah, I think the judge forgot that this is our time trying out the jury system. I believe this decision has reached its conclusion. Your Honor, Mr. Justice, you're arrested for suspicion of murdering. You have performed admirably well for a novice attorney. I respect your partner, Phoenix Wright's determination as well. However, without direct proof, you have nothing. Isn't that right, Clavier? Unfortunately. Yes, Christoph, you're right. That is, you would have been right. Until now. What? Does the news not reach your desk in solitary? The eyes of the nation are on this courtroom today. This is the trial case for a new judicial system. That's right! I'd totally forgotten. The jurist system! Jurists, you say? The current judicial system has been deemed too closed off from society. This new system attempts to inject the wisdom of common citizens into the law. Common citizens? Wisdom? Is this some kind of a joke? Clavier, stop cooking, please. He's too good. What could we possibly gain by doing this? Entrusting our judicial system to a mindless, emotional mob of irrational mouth breathers? Oh my god. A man can only get so gay. Common citizens have something called common sense. Common sense is not restricted by the law. Nonsense. Oh! Whoa. He is not doing so hot. Nonsense. There's only room for two in this court. Me and the law. Keep the riffraff out. Out, I say. Let me tell you, I am reaching that threshold. They're not in the court, actually. Whoa! Why is that so scary? What the heck? Why did they look? Why did they jump scare? That is creepy. I can't. They're not in the court, actually. They're watching everything by video camera. Whoa. How can you allow this? Incidentally, the one responsible for making this happen was Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. Whoa. So, everything was leading to this, of course. Right. Whoa. Stop, I literally need to calm down, y'all. 1 sec. I won't accept. I can't accept. This is no court. Oh my god. Law? The law is everything. Law is absolute. You'd let ignorant swine soil your courts. Christoph, it's over. Clavier! The law is absolute. You can't be serious. He is looking rough. What? Odd. I thought you spent your life looking for loopholes. The law isn't absolute. It's filled with contradictions. The law is the end product of many years of history, the fruit of human knowledge. Like a gem polished to a gleam through trials and errors. It is this fruit we receive and pass on and face in our time. And it is always changing, growing, nurturing. It is our task as human beings. Except for you, Christoph. You aren't changing. You've stopped. You're not needed anymore. You're not needed anymore. Why is Judge spitting? Couldn't think of anything to say. Maybe because I still haven't seen enough. But someday, I'll know what law is. I would hope so. That is your job. I'll fight to change it if I have to. No. He definitely wrote that like 3 years ago. He's like, yes! My time has come. I keep doing that. It's just like natural habit. I see no need to further prolong this trial. This began as the trial of Vera Misham, accused of murdering her father. The painter, Drew Misham, however, several other incidents were reviewed and we seem to have reached a conclusion. Before this court declares a verdict, I await your decision. Jurists of the court, For the death of Drew Misham, how do you find the defendant, Vera Misham? Innocent or guilty? I turn to you now to consider this matter. I didn't memorize just in case. He's gonna get back after treating them first for letting me use it. Imagine they say guilty. It's like, oh, that was rough. October 9th, 12:48 p.m. Jurors Chambers. This ends the trial for the case. Only the verdict remains to be decided. Defendant Vera Misham is currently in intensive care. If a decision cannot be reached today, it may never be reached. The factors involved are simple. Did the defendant poison her father that night? If so, she is guilty. Or was there another reason for Mr. Misham's death? Did another person poison him? If so, she's innocent. A panel has been provided for each of you to input your decisions. That is all. Please, wait. Yes, jurist number 6? There's something in the jurist's handbook here. Persons involved with the case may not be jurists. That's correct. I've looked into all your dossiers. None of you were involved with the development of the case. With the development of the case, I see. Ooh. Who is jurist number 6? Does that answer your concern? It's time for your verdicts. Make your decision in the case against Vera Misham. After 7 years, the truth is ready to be heard. Judge wisely, judge well. Jurist 6 is the wife jurist. Oh, yep. Look who it is. La Miroir. Look at her. Oh, I get the pick? Whoa. Whoa. Guilty, not guilty. Guilty, not guilty. Jurist number 6, La Miroir. Look at you. I think guilty, right? Oh, you gotta confirm it. Literally, who would pick guilty? Wait, she's blind. She had, I think she, Phoenix said she was gonna help her get, eye surgery. So I think this is after she got her eye surgery. How does she pick? Yo! It's the bracelet! They're like, just in case you haven't figured it out yet, La Miroir is Thalassa Gremier. And so, a verdict was reached on October 9th, 2:14 p.m. The first verdict under the jurist system. Innocent, by unanimous decision. The record will show that when the verdict was announced, special witness Christoph Gavin laughed. A laugh louder than any ever heard before or since. A laugh that echoed in the halls of justice, lingering for what seemed like hours. October 10th, 8:30 a.m., the morning after the trial. In intensive care ward, a true miracle occurred. Vera Misham opened her eyes. Aww. This is Phoenix Wright's room. She lived! Yay! Vera, I'm so glad.
Don't cry, Apollo. I'm happy too, and proud. You did well, Apollo. When I thought about what if Vera,
Aww. I love happy endings. Hey now, don't you start crying too. I have a feeling this would have turned out into a bad ending if we picked guilty. Do Trucy and Apollo know? I don't think so. They haven't said anything. Sorry you had to see us like this. Vera?
Thank you so much, Apollo. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have pressed you like that. If I hadn't, you never would have bitten your nails. OMG, is Phoenix gonna tell them?
No, I was wrong. Staying locked inside like that, clinging to my good luck charm.
Vera.
When I opened my eyes and saw you, I finally understood. It's important to be a part of the world, to see things with your own eyes.
Looks like that poison had some effect after all. It killed off whatever was holding Vera back from life.
I knew you'd pull through, Vera. I mean, that's what Apollo was fighting for the whole time. Your future.
I won't forget it. Here,
Let me thank you.
no, really, it's okay. Aww.
Aw, look, it's me.
Aww.
I love it. Thanks.
Just gonna draw Apollo. Dang, I'm sobbing. We're sobbing in the club. Is that me?
She really captured your essence, Apollo. Well, I think so, at least. That reminds me.
Do you know where the other lawyer is? The other lawyer?
Oh, you mean Daddy. Except he's not a lawyer anymore.
It's my fault, isn't it? I'm sorry. People are giving me weird looks. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
No, it's okay. I'm through looking away from the things I've done. I hope I can look him in the eyes again someday and apologize. I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that. He brought all those things for me when he came to visit earlier. You mean the stack of videos? Mr. Wright finished watching them all?
You know, I knew my real daddy was alive.
Of course you did, Trucy. Huh?
I was there 7 years ago, remember? I was the one who helped him vanish from the courtroom.
Apollo, Trucy, y'all are related. You do what? How?
I'm not telling. He promised me that day he went away.
We may not meet again for some time, Trucy, but know this, I will be watching, and one day I shall return. You're the next Gramarye, after all. Oh, Trucy. In the end, he couldn't keep that promise, could he?
It's okay. Phoenix is my daddy now, even if he can't really play the piano.
He did not have enough time to say all that. That he can't? That he can't.
Oh, and I've got you too, even if your voice is kinda loud sometimes.
Glad I made your list.
Hey, come to think of it, where is Daddy, the one who can't play? Do you know, Apollo?
I think he said to meet someone.
I wonder. Maybe it's a new mommy.
Trucy?
Yes, Farah?
I was wondering, could you show him to me once more? Edgeworth, I'd beg. Sir Hat, was it?
Oh, he's not been knighted yet. Here goes. Do us an impersonation, Mr. Hat.
When you'll... Objection! Not loud enough. And I like Miss Magic underwear better anyway. Of course you do.
That's magic panties, Apollo.
Oh. Hello, Phoenix. So, your memories returned? Mr. Wright, was this all a part of your plan too? I don't know what you're talking about. When I lost my memory, I was reborn as Lamroir. But you knew my true identity, did you not? This is why you chose me as one of your jurists. So you're thinking into it too much. Besides, there is no guarantee that regaining your memory would make you happy. Of course it is a happy thing. For so long I thought I was alone. But now I know I have children. 2 dear children. I'm so proud of them. This, too, I think, is thanks to you. Are you gonna tell them? They do not know? Nope. Okay. They don't know their mother. They don't even know their siblings. I will go to them when the time is right. Until then, don't worry. I'll take care of them for you. Alright. Let me get Apollo some adoption papers. We're bringing them in. There. They're very important to me too. Oh, my heart. Oh, those are his babies. A little annoying at times, but still. I have to keep an eye on her at least, because I'm the only one who knows how she really feels on the inside. Oh. Stop with this time is right BS. I want to see that scene now. Oh. Your bracelet. Yes, I've seen a lot of mysterious things these past 7 years, but your bracelets were the strangest of all. Oh my god! Whoa! Front-facing Apollo Justice sprite. It's weird to see. I remember meeting him half a year ago now in Christoph Gavin's office. He is so cute when he's front-facing. No, Trucy crying. That was so sad. And then I met you. Two fates destined to intertwine. And I was there when they crossed. I'll never forget that.
Such a small thing, that bullet, yet it tore who I was away. Years ago, during a simple rehearsal, it was a miracle no one died. But I didn't survive that accident. That is why I left the troupe, my family. Now my memory has returned, and I am myself once more. For the first time, I am glad to be alive, Mr. Wright.
Speaking of miracles, can we talk about how cool the art for the mistake was? It was really cool. I really like it. Vera Misham regained consciousness this morning. Can only hope she's as glad as you are.
It is a strange thing, fate. Sometimes a life is taken. Sometimes a life is spared.
You know what I was thinking? I've been thinking? People don't die that easily, really. As long as they've got something worth living for. And that's pretty much the end of my story. For now, anyway. I still got a long way to go. And this power of mine, well, it needs some work. But there's hope now. We lost it, but somehow we found it again. That's why people are smiling again. Hope. Yeah, I think I'll keep at this lawyer thing for a while. Oops. Training time. Gotta go. Cords of steel, here comes justice. Aww. Quick insult to every victim in the game. Oh.
I'm glad you're staying with the agency, Apollo. It's like I found my long-lost big little brother.
Oh my god. Oh, and don't you worry about Troop Grammary. Trucy's on the case.
Now that I have this, thanks to Daddy.
Oh. Trucy Grammary? Frankly, I got my doubts, but Hat Grammary, now that'll pack 'em in. Oh. Oh, that's so cute, the little photograph. Wait, that's a cute way to do the credits. I'm in shambles. It's not every day you get a trial that rocks harder than one of our gigs, yeah? That's why it's over. The Gaviners are breaking up. Oh man. The news caused a run on tissues at supermarkets nationwide. Aww. You're the real stars now. I look forward to our next jam session. Aww. Aww. My heart. Aww. Well, it's finally over. You know, thinking about it, I've been a piano player longer than I was a lawyer. Now that everything's sorted and I've got time on my hands, maybe I'll take some lessons. Or maybe I'll take the bar exam again. Clavier, I am a fan now. We love Clavier in this household. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, Emma! So, I was standing around eating snackers the other day when I got this crazy idea. What if they were golden? You could augment the crunch, or better yet, make them ding. Ah, the power of science. Although the preservatives might not be 100% safe. Clavier #1 sellout. Oh. In unlikely event you are wanting Russian feast, come to Borscht Bowl Club. The only thing called a Zen restaurant is borscht. Da, but if greater challenge is being required, then come to the hideout. You know who to ask for. I like how everyone has some cool character rep and Emma had golden food. Yep, that was her character development. Her food's golden now. So, Kentucky Pastries is getting back to its eastern roots. Spread the culture and all. Yo, boss, culture time! This is how we write root, capiche? But we're still about giving back to the people. Yo, boss, PR time! And this is how we write people, alright? Not that Walkie's paying any attention. Whew, kids. Hey, is Walkie. Bazoy! Chinese characters on cake was a fly idea like 3,000 years ago, believes Cat. Man, you want to keep it real today, you gotta keep it real. You want to make it today, you gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I made the OG cracker for real. I know it don't look like no cracker, G. What do you want me to call it? The OG muffin? Okay. We didn't see Walkie. Nice. Never mind. He needed his own little segment. I don't know where all this talk about food is coming from. You ask me, there's only one food, and that's noodles. Noodles forever. I got a new one, too. See, this time I just put a big chunk of salt in the bowl. Why pretend? Aldoon's Noodles is all about the salt. Salt forever. Look at this big family we've created. How lovely. Oh, God. My exceptionally inquisitive nature has won me unequivocal adoration of my department. You see, they used to call me Wesley Stinkler and Wesley Stinky Hands. But no longer. I have a new name, one that reflects my true academic nature. Wesley Sicko, reporting. Yes, curiosity is a sickness, and I am the cure. Kill it. No, I don't think we should add him to the pile. I don't want him in this pile of... Brandon Gay. Sorry. I don't know why that name stuck out. Put him in the bid or something. I don't know how to thank you for all you've done. Light has returned to my life, and with it joy. I may have lost years, but I have gained a treasure. 2 treasures, in fact. I will think of them when I write my next song. I support. Happy Pride. Brushel here, back on the beat with another interview. Eh? How do I feel about how things turned out? No scoop yet, but journalist confidence in mint condition. End quote! I've decided to keep painting. Originals only, of course. I suppose I'll have to see a bit of the world outside to find what to paint. But I know there are good people out there now. I've met them.
The door is open. The world is waiting. Thank you.
No. Oh, this happy fam. Oh, I love them so much. Oh, my heart. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, look at them. Yay, I've unlocked special bonus in the music and background settings screen. Huzzah. That is so cute. We beat it. We beat Apollo Justice. Oh. If they don't appear in the next one like Phoenix does in this, I'm gonna be mad. Well, let's start it. Let's start it. I've got plenty of time. I got nothing to do for a while. Let's start this game. Don't know how far I'm gonna get. Probably not very, but you know. Let's see. Let's see where today takes us. Ah! Wow. Animated cutscenes. Whoa, what's happening? Wait, what's happening? What? What? Are you? What a way to...
These are dark times.
Voice acting?
Where the law has been reduced to rubble. And it's up to us to restore it to its former glory.
Who's that?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Hey!
Done.
They can't give these characters voice acting now when I've already established voices for them. Aw, she's so cute.
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it. Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
She's so Pokemon.
Are you alright, miss?
Oh, I love her already.
Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end.
Yo, he's suiting up. He's suiting up. Aw. He's suiting up. Look at him. He passed the bar exam. This might be peak gaming. Okay, now who's this? Whoa! Apollo? What? Vigilante Apollo. Why did he look so cool and attractive? What? The best thing about Bobs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. Stop I'm so like, it's too late in the day. Now all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. Whoa. Sorry. I'll calm. Whoa, look how different the court lobby is. Wait, we can have an MC. Everyone gets a main character.
Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie.
You doing okay, Athena? Don't know. Whoa! Apollo! You get Apollo. No, wait. I want Apollo! Wait, who said that? Oh, Apollo!
Yeah, doing great. Like, hum a little tune greeting.
Great. Oh, yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there.
I'm that transparent, huh?
Cracking? Nah, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here, I tell ya. He's so cool.
This is Apollo Justice. He's a fellow lawyer at the office I work for, yeah?
3D models? Whoa!
Apollo is the lead for the defense on this case, but I'm gonna be there at the bench with him, doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you.
I'm just happy you're okay, Athena. Although, I can't pretend I have no connection to this case. That's why I'm gonna see to it that Juniper's name is cleared. And I'm sure you feel much the same way.
You got that right. I won't rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion.
Stick to 2D SMH. I'm guessing this is Junie? What kind of voice? I don't know what she looks like yet.
Apollo? Athena?
Oh, she's so cute.
Thank you for doing this for me.
Junie! Whoa, the 3D animations are so wild.
Hey, are you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens. At home in the forest, though.
Are Streamlabs frames dropping, or is it just me? It dropped 1%. A little, so it's probably dropping. My Streamlabs is like 3D? We cannot handle this. It is dropping a little. I can't tell because my PS5 lagging. Yeah, it's rising a bit. This is Juniper Woods. She's my dear, dear childhood friend. And she's also our client for this case. We're not going to be playing much longer anyway. Probably get into the courtroom. See Athena's little side profile, I'm guessing. The news keeps repeating that Junie is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way Junie would do anything like that.
I brought you a little snack, Athena. Just a little something from my garden.
Oh, I can't check the court record yet. I was gonna see how old everyone was. How long it's been.
Hey, thanks. So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that orange is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right? Junie, you're always so good to me.
Jeez, look at me. Standing here, clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there, they won't know what hit them. Right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may, this is one trial. We just can't lose. Oh, he died! Okay. Apollo! Whoa. Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Whoa. Oh, he died again. Mr. Justice! Huh? The trial's about to start, sir. Please proceed to the court. Bailiff. Mr. Justice is dying on the floor. What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. Are all the models gonna be 3D? I think so. I'm afraid to tell you. This was a new era in gaming. I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial's about to start with or without us. Come on, just get in there. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. No, wait. There's something else I can do. Apollo, give me all the evidence for the case. Huh? What are you gonna do? Bailiff? Yes, miss. The defense would like to submit a substitution of attorney petition.
Athena!
You're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a sec and think about what you're saying. You've never once taken a case on alone before, right? No hay problema. I can handle it. I think.
No hay problema.
But I guess it's really up to you, Junie. Would you be okay with me taking over? Sure?
I believe in you, Athena, and that's enough for me.
You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart just burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now, so you just have to leave it to me. Alright. I can see your mind's made up anyway. I hate that I can't be there, but I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. And this game's gonna be hard to play if whoa. Sorry, I was loading up Spotify. As I said that, Streamlabs doesn't like the 3D models. It's gonna be hard to play. I'll try to fix it, after stream and stuff. I'll play around with it. You bet I will. Rest assured of that. My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is only the second time I've taken the lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. I have to do this. And I'm definitely not about to let anything bad happen to Junie. Oh, yeah. December 17th, 9:46 a.m. District Courtroom number 5. Whoa! Look at the animation! Court is now in session. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Oh, I'm so excited. We're on Dual Destinies now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anyways, thank you guys so much for showing up. I'd play a bit longer, but it seems like Streamlabs not a big fan of the 3-day model, so I'm gonna have to try to fix it off stream.
But thank you so much for showing up. It was a lot of fun, Love to see you. We love fun times. And I will see y'all later. Tomorrow, probably. Thank you guys for joining me. Bye, everyone. Bye, Venus.
I love Sasha.
Attack on Titan.
Alright. Bye-bye, everyone. Man, I'm watching it back. We're super delayed, so I'm gonna wait a minute. I'm gonna wait till I